This is the OBAs podcast, the King's podcast.
Your story is very inspiring, Dave. I think you might not want to hear it, but you are a great role model. A lot of us look up to you. I look up to you personally.
Oh, thank you, Bruun.
I think you're a very, very unique human, and we are really grateful that you're here with us.
I do what I can to live up to it.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, yes. Do you have anything you want to tell the people?
Well, I mean, so far I've not been able to take any vacations or things like that, but I did want to give a shout out to BJJ Globetrotters because I think we might have been on the topics that we were maybe going to talk about, but they have a thing called mat surfing, which is like couch surfing for Jiu-Jitsu. To me, it was one of the most incredible ways to travel that I've ever done.
Oh, yes.
Back in 2022, just as the lockdowns were ending and you're able to travel around the world again, I was feeling pretty cooped up, and I decided that I would go and try out the mat surfing. So I went on the BJJ Globetrotters website, and I looked at the mat surfing map, which is like it's like a map of the world with pins everywhere.
Yep.
And every one of those pins represents a host who has put themselves out there to welcome traveling jiu-jitsu practitioners to come and check out their hometown, their clubs, and a little bit of their culture. And for me, I'm a bit introverted. I've traveled before where I fly to a place, get a hotel or Airbnb or something, and then I sit in there, and it takes me a few days to actually go out and start really exploring. And I don't really meet a lot of people, and then at the end of it, I kind of wish I'd done more. I found that mat surfing was the perfect way for me to break the ice because you have a local who's there to show you their town, who wants you to come. And it is a fundamentally different experience as a traveler. I was lucky enough to be able to give a little back as I was traveling too. I always volunteered to teach classes if they would have me, and try to get roles in with all their good guys.
As many people as possible.
It's great visiting because everywhere is welcoming. Everyone who's part of that are wonderful human beings. Your first day there, of course, they're going to test your mettle. The first few rounds, they're going to see if they can make you say uncle, and then after that, it's like anyone who trains jiu-jitsu knows after you rolled with someone, you're brothers. It takes very little to become close. I was treated to some incredible hospitality. Everywhere I went, I had a place to sleep.
You visited a lot of countries during that time, and it was across Europe, right?
Yeah. I stopped off in, I think, 9 different countries.
Oh my God.
3 different gyms.
And every one of those countries had a host for you.
Yes. It was extremely welcoming, and the thing about the hospitality is it was very consistent. Like everywhere felt like my home gym. After a few short days or a few sessions of training, it felt like, oh, I could live here. I feel welcome here. I feel like I'm part of the community already. It was a wonderful experience. It was also a great way to get a taste of the culture and not just get drawn into tourist traps. A local knows where to go. They know where the good stuff is, where the good food, the good beers,
food,
the art, the walks, the scenery. They'll take you to their favorite spots, and those are always better than anything you can find on Yelp.
Completely agree. And just like you're saying, right? Just imagine going somewhere for the first time and almost immediately feeling you're at home. Just because you speak a language that they understand.
Sometimes not even.
By language, I mean jiu-jitsu.
That's true. Yes. Certainly the common language was always jiu-jitsu. Most places I happened to stop at spoke pretty good English, at least the host did.
Which is another point in that some places you went to, they did not speak great English.
No, but that didn't make them any less good hosts. I went to Belgium. I stayed with a host. I think his name was Benjamin, and he spoke great French, and I speak terrible, limited French from what I've learned in school here growing up. Can count to 20, and he spoke limited English. So I tried a bit of Google Translate for a little while, but at some point, you realize it's nowhere near as fun as just trying your best. And by the end, I spoke much better French than when I had started. And it was, especially you play some board games, get a few Belgian beers in you, and your French improves somehow. It was a good time.
That's awesome. I'm actually looking forward to going on a BJJ bender trip pretty soon.
You should go look up mat surfing. See if there's any hosts where you're going.
People, you heard it. Mat surfing.
Yeah, I recommend doing a kind of shotgun approach to it because everyone's got schedules and things going on. Not everyone checks their emails super frequently.
So by shotgun approach, do you mean like just going to like a bunch of different gyms?
I would say if you know where you're going, reach out to every host that you would possibly go to. Because then of the number that you reach out to, some number will get back to you. Some number of those will be available during that time.
Okay.
And then you can plan out an itinerary and really maximize your stay. The other thing is that just because there's only maybe one host doesn't mean there's only one gym.
Yep.
Often the host there knows everyone in town, knows all the different other gyms too. And again, you get that local introduction. When I went to Messina, I stayed with Enrico De Luise. That guy is the glue that seems to hold the local jiu-jitsu scene together. He knew everyone. We went to open mats all over Sicily. It was awesome. It was really, really incredible seeing the camaraderie. I mean, places gyms are competitive, of course, but there it seemed like they were a big brotherhood, even if they still go and fight each other competitions and stuff. And everywhere I went, I felt incredibly welcomed. I had an in. I wasn't just some random stranger dropping in. I was someone that they were expecting. And every place I went, they showed me around. They took really good care of me. They brought me to, oh my God, the food. There's nothing like Mediterranean hospitality. The amount of food that I was fed. It was incredible, and I wouldn't change a thing about it. You have got to go. You have the best time.
I just gotta talk to my wife and plan properly with her.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? There's something on my mind. I just can't remember what it is. Let me look at my note. Oh, well, which you kind of spoke about, which is just your lifestyle now and like how you've adapted, what you're looking forward to now.
Well, right now, mostly I'm focused on school and trying to integrate back into BJJ as much as I can in a more active role now that I'm physically becoming more capable of it. I still have to be careful of my body, my neck, the bones are healed. They've fused. They're not going to re-break easily, but I'm not as strong as I once was. So I have to be a little careful of soft tissue damage and stuff when I'm rolling. And my right knee so far has been good. I'm wearing a brace, and so far from training, it hasn't locked up or seemed to suffer any real damage from it. But then I'll take it off and I'll go walk up the steps, and sometimes I'll remind myself that I have to be careful because otherwise my knee will catch. So for me, it's about focusing on school, doing what I can, BJJ, trying to get in better shape and stuff too. Hence the water rather than
the water routine.
And at some point, once I've had surgery on my knee and I'm physically fully recovered, then I'll be looking to get back into the workforce and start accumulating hours for my Red Seal eventually, because that's what I'm working towards, is a Red Seal as a refrigeration technician.
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. I think it's so amazing that you have such a positive perspective still, and you still seem like you have a lot of fire in you. So keep it burning, Dave.
I will.
Keep it burning. We're so happy. Godspeed in your recovery. Like, I hope you recover completely. I hope you're already back to rolling, but I want to see you do more stuff. I genuinely believe in you, Dave. I don't think your story is done. There's nothing near completed, and I can't wait to see numerous more amazing things you're going to do.
Oh, thank you, Boma. If I've got any fire burning in me, it's you and everyone else in my jiu-jitsu community that are the fuel.
Yeah, we're happy. We push each other.
Yes, we do. Iron sharpens iron.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming around, Dave. I really appreciate you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Boma. It's been a blast.
Let's do a handshake.
All right.
Good job. People, check out the sponsors for this pod if you want to support it. Pepper Them Sea Spice and Things Around Your Arm for the best bracelets in town. Bye, fuckers.
This is the OBAS podcast, the King's podcast.